Tell us about your early career role models and who helped you along your professional journey in marketing, please.
Sure. I actually think that mentoring is really, really important because when I was first starting out in advertising, I didn't necessarily have one. So the role models that I looked up to in the advertising and marketing industry were giants like David Ogilvy, people who just changed the face of marketing. And I got very involved in the ad club in Los Angeles and was very involved in a group called Ad 2 that was for young professionals. And so I didn't necessarily have a mentor in my early career, but that was part of the reason that I sought an advanced degree. I felt that going through an MBA program and developing relationships with professors who were interested in really mentoring me and taking me to the next level would be very important for me personally as well as professionally.
So tell us about your current position and role with National University and what you do in that role, and maybe describe a typical day for yourself.
Sure. I have been in marketing for about 15 years now, and currently as a marketing manager at National University, I get to work on TV, print, radio, direct mail, email, social media, and a variety of other new formats that have come to the fore. So it's a very, very exciting position for me to work in an integrated marketing capacity. I have also had the opportunity to work with the creative team as well as our outside agencies. So I get to work on both the creative development and messaging as well as the media strategy, the budgets, the execution, and then even the reporting and the performance analysis. So it's been a very, very exciting position for me at National University to get to work on all of those different areas and bring it together in a cohesive marketing campaign. I work very closely in supporting folks develop the marketing strategy and the marketing plan, and then I take it through to execution as well as post-analysis. So it's been a phenomenal opportunity for me to work at National and work in all those areas.
And what would you do in a typical day?
Oh my goodness. Today, for example, I worked on creative briefs. I then reviewed creative and provided feedback. I also worked on performance analysis reports. I had a meeting with one of our marketing agencies to talk about a new campaign that we'll be launching for an open house event. So I get to work on event marketing as well. It's very multidisciplinary, and there's a lot of variety packed into one day.
So it sounds like every day is different.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely. When I was younger and I learned more about marketing and advertising, I really enjoyed the idea of getting to work on research and data gathering to inform an idea or a hypothesis, and then develop a whole campaign around that, and then also watch the results come in the form of consumer feedback or sales results. So I've always likened it to being a bit of an orchestra conductor, and I felt really great recently because one of my professors in the MBA program used that same analogy. But you really do get to work with people in various walks of life. You get to work with business, product, strategy folks, research folks, creative folks, and then people, of course, that are in the media industry. So it's absolutely wonderful if you like a lot of variety. One of the things that I appreciated the most about my MBA program is that it really taught me about critical thinking and really thinking about strategy, not only locally, but also globally. One of the things that I really appreciated about learning about mobile and social media is that in this day and age, even businesses that are small businesses have the opportunity to reach a larger, more global audience. And so it allowed me to shift my perspective in the way that I approached doing business in my own job, and helped me to think more broadly about businesses in the future. And that's something I feel I'll take with me throughout my career.
Can you go through your courses and your concentration on mobile marketing and social media and point to some of the highlights and things that you take with you to the next level?
One of the things that I really appreciated about the introduction to social media and then the advanced social media course is that it allowed me to understand all of the different platforms that are available in social media, as well as all of the different ways that social media is used in modern times. For example, it's used for community, it's used for customer service, it's used for brand building and sales, it's used to nurture customer relationships. So strategically, there's so many different ways that social media can be used, and it really helped to open my eyes about that. The other thing that I felt was really important in my introduction to social media is just understanding more about legal issues and policies and how companies need to approach launching social media within their own organizations. And taking an enterprise-focused approach. It touches every single aspect of the organization, from HR to sales to product development to distribution. And just thinking about how social media fits within the value chain was enormously eye-opening to me. Lastly, one of the things that I really got out of my social media course, that was the advanced course, was better understanding how to actually take it from strategy to execution. It's so easy to become overwhelmed with all of the different social media opportunities that are available, from Pinterest to Twitter to Facebook to LinkedIn, and understanding how to integrate those messages across the different platforms and the various tools that can be used was really helpful to me. So it wasn't just a strategic, theoretical approach. It also allowed me to take a very practical approach and understand how to implement these ideas.
I'd like you to, thank you so much. I'd like you to talk briefly about how you were able to conduct your research for your MBA, and if the library, or the library website as it may, was helpful to you in the process.
I was so surprised at the amount of information that was available to me through the National University Library. As someone who is a mid-career working adult, working sometimes 60 hours a week at my job, I often didn't have time to visit a campus for classes or come in person to the library. So I took most of my courses online, and I did most of my research online as well. And I was amazed at the number of periodicals, journals, peer articles that I could access, as well as thousands of databases through the National University system. And when I had very specific research needs and I emailed the library, they were incredibly responsive and helpful and got back to me within a 2-day period. So I was actually very surprised and delighted by my experience with the library and how much they helped me with my research.
I want to talk a little bit about information literacy on that topic of the library. How important was it for you as a student to understand information literacy and how to navigate social and mobile media?
It was incredibly important. One of the major differences that I felt in my MBA program as a mostly online student versus my undergrad years when I took my courses in person is that I really had to navigate a very large amount of data, and understanding from a critical thinking perspective what kinds of data would be the most important and the information that would be most helpful to me was incredibly important, because it's very easy to get overwhelmed at the sheer amount of information that's available, especially with modern technology. So it was incredibly important. And in an emerging area like mobile marketing that is changing literally every day, it was enormously helpful for me to understand how to best navigate and research using the National University Library. One of the things that I noticed about taking online graduate school courses is you have to be enormously self-disciplined, and you do need to develop, time management skills very quickly. With a condensed one course per month format, you have to absolutely keep up on all of your reading and all of your assignments starting from the very first week. Otherwise, it is too easy to fall behind. So one of the things that I truly developed is time management skills using my calendar and blocking out evenings and weekends and holding myself accountable to doing specific readings, assignments, and tasks on those days.
How does a 4-week, 1-month class schedule make a working adult more successful in their job after taking classes at National University?
I always have told people, if you can get through the programs at National University, which are quite rigorous because they are condensed within one course per month, you can do anything. It's really helped me to realize that no matter how overwhelmed or impossible a situation is, you can climb that mountain and you can do everything that you need to do to meet the challenge. It's helped me with my time management skills. It's helped me to become more efficient and multitask. And even as it relates to balancing work and family issues, it's really helped me to better understand that I need to keep my eye on the goal. So it's helped me to develop a more structured, rigorous approach to everything in my life while focusing on getting a lot done. At National University, having a condensed one course per month format, the faculty do not cut any corners. So they really do have students do the same level of reading and writing and tests that you would on a quarter system or a semester system. So literally students are doing work every single day of the week as well as on the weekends. And I would think that employers would appreciate that kind of rigorous approach and that hard work ethic that National University students have.
Are there other ways that National University is different than other schools, in your opinion?
I really do believe that National University is different from other schools. First of all, because we're a nonprofit private university. So a key difference is that the professors and the adjunct faculty at National University are really here to teach because they love teaching, they love what they do, they're leaders in their industry, and they really want to help students. The focus is on learning and helping students advance in their academic career as well as their professional career. And because of that nonprofit status, students can be assured that everyone at the university is focused on their success, not profit. So that was something that I definitely appreciated. The other thing that I think is a big difference at National University is the level of excellence and professionalism that the faculty have. I had a professor in accounting that's the CFO of a major entertainment corporation. I had another professor in mobile marketing that was the leader of the Mobile Marketing Association. Thirdly, I had another professor who taught global strategy, who started the Motorola corporation's presence in Japan. So the level of excellence and leadership in their respective industries was just outstanding. And I was surprised and delighted, and it completely exceeded my expectations as a student in terms of faculty that not only loved teaching, but were truly leaders in their field.
So if you can look down the road a bit for yourself, where do you see yourself in the next 3 years, if you can look that far?
I hope that I'll be able to become a marketing director and advance my career in a way where I can also further the education of young aspiring marketing professionals and lead a team. One of the things that I really appreciated the most about my MBA program at National University was not only the emphasis on global marketing, but also on ethical leadership and the difference between leadership and management. I'm very excited to take the next step in my career and help other young marketing professionals advance in their careers as well. One of the things that I really appreciate is that the future of marketing is all about convergence. So I think, there's so many different media that are coming together, videos coming together with mobile, and radio is also coming together on mobile, and social is everywhere. Increasingly, people's ideas are influenced by what they hear from other people. So I think that the idea of integrated marketing can be taken to a whole new level, and I hope to be a part of that.